I know what I'm doing. I know where everything is. I'm a professional just like everybody else. Go me. Thank you so much for joining me again. In this video, I take you to the supermarket and I show you some of the products that I usually buy. Now, if you are a Jamaican living in Japan or a Jamaican interested in moving to Japan, I think this video will be very helpful. If you're also, someone from the Caribbean, then I think you will find value in this as well. I know that when I first moved to Japan, going to the supermarket was so stressful. I saw so many unfamiliar things and I really didn't know what to buy. So I will show you some really great alternatives that you can use so you can get a taste of Jamaica or the Caribbean here in Japan. Yeah, so I just entered the supermarket and as you can see, I'm in the fruits section. Of course, once you get to the supermarket, you will see that, yeah, it's like a standard supermarket, the standard layout of a supermarket. My advice is if you step into the supermarket for the first time, try to focus on the familiar things. So the fruit section, you will never go wrong there, right? So the apples, the strawberries, like these things. When I first went to a Japanese supermarket, I made the big mistake of going into aisles where I could not read anything. I didn't know the items and that just made me really flustered. So here I'm just showing you that, yeah, it's not that strange. You can find all the fruits and the ground produce, etc. These are very familiar and you will feel very comfortable here. So now let's take a look at our greens. There are so many greens to choose from. There is kale, which is right there, that you can buy. But what if you want some kalaloo? You can use spinach instead. That's horenso in Japanese, right? So many for you to choose. Also, you can get your favorite, product number 2, your pak choy or your bak choy, shingensai in Japanese. And those are very, very good alternatives. Now here's another one. In Jamaica we call this coco. It's taro or sato imo in Japanese. That's what it looks like there. So if you're craving cocoa or even dashin, then you can get this in Japan. Great in soups. Yeah, when we love food. And if you look around, you see pumpkin and your Irish and your sweet potato. All these things are here. So you don't have to worry about making our nice Jamaican soup here in Japan. I just grabbed some mushrooms for myself. So now I'm going to take you to the seasoning aisle. There are so many different types of seasonings to choose from. But one thing that some people don't know about is that you can get allspice, so pimento in Japan. So if you go to the seasoning aisle and if you just pay close attention, you can find your allspice. And it looks like this. It's allspice, it's the grounded type, so it comes in the powder form. It's not as strong, but it works. So you can get your pimento here in Japan. So as you see, there are many options. I'm just kind of walking around to show you. So you have your oil, mostly canola oil. What else? We have olive oil to choose from, coconut oil, and if you love pasta, spaghetti, macaroni, all these are here and they are reasonably priced as well. Now curry, there is Japanese curry which is totally different from Jamaican curry. But if you don't like Japanese curry, instead of getting that, you can get Indian curry, and that's what I'm showing you here. That's product number 5. Indian curry. If you don't have Jamaican curry, you can cook your chicken same way like how you'd cook it in Jamaica. And yeah, you can still enjoy that sort of flavor. I'm just showing you what the Japanese curry looks like. It's brown, totally different taste, totally different flavor. And I love Japanese curry. Sometimes I cook it at home, sometimes I have it for lunch, or when I go eat out. It's really delicious, but because it's so different, sometimes I just want a taste of home. And I wish I knew that when I just came to Japan, that since I didn't have Jamaican curry, I could just get Indian curry. So now we're at the fish section, and you see the fish head. I think that's red snapper. For me, sometimes I buy the head and different parts of the fish, and I do steamed fish. And see, I'm gonna grab some head there again. I really love fish head. I don't know about you, but me love it. Sometimes I'll just buy the fish head only. I'll fry it or steam it with some vegetables. Listen to me, it's really good. Yeah, but if you want like very easy, inexpensive fish, then I recommend this fish, which is the horse mackerel. So yeah, it's really good fried. The bones are very thin. Depending on how you fry it, it can have kind of like a sprat taste. It's really delicious. Also, if you love salt mackerel, then here you go. You can buy the gomasaba, which is the same mackerel you use in salt mackerel, and you salt it yourself, and you can cook it down, do your rundown, etc. So when it comes on to fish, just go to the fish section, and there are many choices. If you see aji, that's the horse mackerel. They have some smaller types. Yeah, you won't have any problems when it comes on to fish in Japan. It's an island after all, right? So now let's move on to the snack section. And I saw this. It looks just like cornados, right? And it's basically the same thing. So if you love cornados in Jamaica, you can have that instead. I didn't really have that one on my list, but let's stay focused. I'm staying focused. Now, this is the traditional sweets section in the supermarket. Wagashi, it's called in Japanese. Now, here's product number 9. If you love peanut drops and so on, these are great products for you to have, and the names are there on screen. They're not exactly the same, but they're basically like peanut brittle. This one has rice crackers in it. Still the same flavor profile, if you ask me. This is the closest to it, the Hida Musume. It's mostly peanuts. So yeah, if you have a peanut drops craving and you don't make it at home, which I do sometimes, by the way, you can get it. Oh, this one is like jackass corn, or where I'm from in Jamaica, we call it donkey jawbone. The only difference with this though is the cinnamon flavor is a lot stronger. Then for khaki button, this is tamago pan, which is basically, tamago is egg, pan is bread. So it's egg bread. It's bigger than our khaki button, but it satisfies that craving, trust me. Yeah, so as you can see, there's so many alternatives in terms of sweets or snacks that you can find. Now we're in the savory section, and I'm a soup girly. I love my soup. But if you don't have cock soup, here is the alternative, the consomme, right? This here, it's really good. Honestly, it's gotten to a point now where I can't, don't beat me, but I prefer it to our cock soup. It doesn't have the noodles in. We don't, there isn't the spicy type, but it is great in soup. And if you have cock soup and you can mix it with the consomme, listen to me, your soup, absolutely delicious and delectable. Nothing beats it. I also want to show you the legume section. You can get your kidney beans, as you see here. Kidney beans are also, you can also get the canned kidney beans, the boiled ones. Those are here, so you can cook your rice and peas. You can make your pea soup just the same. I don't remember what you call this in Jamaica again. I don't remember what these beans are called. I will put it up on screen, but you can get these as well. I know my father especially loves these. And if you want your butter beans, you can get these white broad beans as well. They are here. You can put it in your stew. You can get oxtail here. Listen to me. Yeah, you don't have to worry. Now, moving on to the canned products, you can get corned beef. Yeah, this brand, the Nozakis. Yeah, I use this sometimes. There's another one that comes in a bigger tin, very similar to our Grace mackerel. Not mackerel, what am I talking about? Our Grace corned beef, same flavor, it's the same thing. Now we're talking about sardines. I'm gonna talk about mackerel soon. So you see the pink salmon that's there. This is the sardines section. So iwashi, you get your tin sardines. Here they have like this one. This is in miso sauce. The red one before it, that's in oil, and that's the one I buy because that's the one I'm familiar with, right? You can cook your sardine just as normal. What else? Oh yeah. Now we are on to talk about our tinned mackerel. So this is the one that I buy. It's Saba. So if you go to the supermarket, you just ask for Saba, and they'll show you the canned one or the one in the fish section. And this doesn't come in tomato sauce, but you just make your own tomato sauce. Get your tomatoes and you cook it down with your onions and your sweet pepper and everything, and it's really good. And don't beat me again, but when I cook this, it's nicer than I'm not gonna lie, I can't be biased. When you cook it down with all of your fresh ingredients, it's really, really good. All right, so now I've basically moved on to the drink section. I wasn't planning on showing you guys this, but yeah, you have like your regular drinks, your Fanta. Before I showed you like some carrot juice. Yeah, I'll talk about that maybe another time. Oh, but this one now, sometimes you want some cream soda. Yeah, you won't find cream soda. However, there's this called cider. So if you want like cream soda, look for Mitsuo cider or any cider, and it's basically cream soda. All right, so yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to cash, and yeah, probably I can do another video on the whole cashing process and what the cashiers say to you in Japanese and how you should respond. But yeah, that's it for now. If you want to know how I prepare some of these meals, or if you'd like to see some other products, then let me know in the comments. Also, what other content would you like me to share? If you have any questions about my life here in Japan, or any questions that you would want to have answered regarding moving to Japan, please put in the comment section below. You take care now and see you next time.